stuff though, but now, no, it's our side. That's
Now, does it say record? Okay. Hey,
Did you mention we're on ice? We're on ice. We've been eating ice. Have you been eating ice?
Yay!
I just say you offered 20.
When Elaine was born, my mother and our dad took me over to Uncle John and Aunt Leona's because Elaine was born at home. And so then when I came back, they picked me up and brought me back. I had a baby sister.
And you were how old?
And I was probably I was just 6 years old. Jerry, when he was born, Mother had gone into the hospital, I think on Saturday, the day before. And then he was born on Sunday. And Elaine and I were at a birthday party, and Dad and Grandpa Bartell were sitting around a wood, they called it a warm morning stove in the kitchen, and I can remember Grandpa Bartell saying, "It's about time you had a boy."
Weren't you excited to see me?
I guess.
He always said too she should have been a boy.
Yeah, I should have because they always wanted a boy.
One boy.
So I had to be the middle child before he came along.
Elaine was kind of a nuisance.
Yeah.
And I had just gotten this bicycle. I wanted the bicycle so bad, so Mother and Dad bought one from Betty Stone. I was going to go for a bicycle ride, and there was like loose gravel on the side of the road, and Mother insisted that I take Elaine along. So I started going zigzag back and forth on the road, and of course we fell over, and I was the one that got hurt, and I think you were okay. So
Well, sure, that's what it's supposed to be.
I probably became more of a
That's
nuisance
right.
when I was a teenager to Elaine, because her and John be parked in front of the house late at night, and I'd come in and I'd walk up and look in the windows.
And the fog in the car would be something else. Open the windows and you could see it flying out. It was a hard core. I think you kind of idolize them, really. You know, you were the queen of the corn festival. And man, you know, you think that's really something. And we had to sell tickets for that, and she sold the most, and she won.
And I think Dad, they put money in jars in the stores, and I think Dad happened to just
Stacked the jar.
put some extra money in there.
I think I looked up to him one time when Norma was in high school. I think they were driving around, I want to say, with Leighton Knopf maybe in LaPura. And that when you got shot at?
Okay, yeah, Merle White
Yeah, they were.
and Norman Benson, I
Yeah,
think.
they were
Yeah.
tipping over outhouses, were they, or not?
Yeah, well, we didn't,
No.
but we were going up and down alleys there.
In LaPura.
Right.
Ray Mott shot at him. And boy, they came in the house back, and she was all concerned. She turned on the radio, thought it was all going to be on the radio
Right.
and everything
Well,
else.
they had that 7 o'clock news in the morning.
But it,
Community news.
why it would be on the radio unless the cops were there, I don't know. But
Queen of the corn festival get shot at.
things I remember about Elaine, I think, I'm sure they spoiled me like some of the neighbors and everybody said. I had three mothers, but I know when she ran around with Barbara Walker, I remember that. And
She was a hooker.
Well, she ended up being a hooker.
She was a hooker.
She
I
ended-
had different
She ended up being a
friends.
hooker, but Elaine would go with her and stay with her, and then they would have a ladder up inside the house, and they would sneak out the window and go out late
Yes.
at night.
No, I didn't do that. She did. I was.
But you were
I
just
helped-
with her.
I helped to get the ladder.
Yeah.
I was running around this hooker. You know, you have to live up to this.
She wasn't a hooker at that time. She ended up being a
No.
hooker.
Really?
Yeah.
I probably could have been too if I had stayed with her. John said you can't live on a quarter. Can you? You know, in Golden, you would just, you know,
Just ran
go
around
down
with
your
young
ladder
people.
and then you go uptown to the restaurant.
And you get into mischief.
Yeah, you just have a group of friends and met
We
at
were
the
in
restaurant
Mischief.
every night, it seemed like, and
We're all grouping a town of 500 people or less. You know, there was no policeman most of the time at that time, and so you just made your own fun.
No, we were always so happy. We
yeah, I think we were,
We
you
were
know,
just
a happy family,
Yeah.
didn't think about it.
Does it still work?
Well, it works like a champ. These little tapes, you have to order them off the internet. They don't even sell them anywhere. Walmart doesn't even sell them. John Henry, this part of your bucket list, Monticello, Indiana? There you go. Paul. Hey, Norma.
This is my
Jer-
other sister, my saintly sister Norma, and this is my other saintly sister Elaine.
Hey, there you go. Ava. Ava, look at me, honey. How are you, honey? Wave. Brooke, how you doing, kid? Are you hanging in there? By gosh. What are you, 14 or 15?
14.
14! She's going to be a freshman?
Yep.
Oh, my Lord. Matt, Philip, this is what, the we're going back to the 1990s. You, Quinn, get over here.
How have you been anyway? I'm gonna let you go. You get out here now.
Is Uncle John funny?
Yeah, you run the mommy, don't you? Yeah, sure. I'll be back. I'm gonna give you something to drink, but I'll be back. You better not be here when I get back.
That was always an important thing, I think that we ate together, you know,
We always had good potatoes at lunchtime.
Unless they were really busy, Mom would, he would come in for lunch and dinner.
right.
That's
But if
when
they're
we
really
were-
busy, Mom would fix a meal and take it out to them.
oh yeah.
And I thought that was always fun to eat out in the field.
Well, I know all Dad had to do was look at you if you'd done something wrong and you wilted right there.
Yeah. And if you did something that Mom disagreed with or something, she said, if you don't straighten up, I'm gonna have Dad spank you. And that took care of us, because we knew it was gonna be a hard spanking if we got it.
I don't ever remember a spanking from them.
No,
Just
I-
those looks.
I do.
Just those, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not from them, a ruler.
Yeah.
I stole,
Mom would get a yardstick out.
yeah,
And swat us with that.
that's it. See, Norma, you were the queen. She was the queen.
Because I remember him helping me with my homework he was good at math
God.
and he helped me with that. And,
In the cold living room with no heat.
ours was at the kitchen table.
Kitchen
when I was there.
table.
Yeah, but I was a middle child.
You know, my mom, your grandma, she was a devoted wife and a housemaker and a homemaker, and you know, she was always working, doing things, because they would have farmers come over, they'd have threshing bees and groups and large groups of people, and she had to cook for them, and you know, some of the other women would bring food in, but these were where they had what, anywhere from 10 to 20 guys.
Mother worked hard in the fields. They'd have a hired girl that would come in, and when they shucked corn, and she would take care of me and probably Elaine later on. But she, you know, they'd go out early in the morning and shuck corn, so many loads.
You know, she was always doing something. She always kept us well dressed and clean, and she was strong in her faith, and you know, had us make sure we went to church and Sunday school and those kinds of things. And she volunteered at the church, and she did lots of things for other people. And you know, she kind of took care of Grandpa Bartell, Andrew Bartell, our dad's dad.
And great
for
grandpa
years,
Palin.
and great grandpa
She did his
Palin.
laundry.
Yeah, did his laundry and all that stuff. She was a very dedicated homemaker and housewife.
Checking the drainage.
Well, he's a nature guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He gets
I
right
saw
out
you
in
went
there.
off earlier too.
Yeah, he gets right in there in
That's one thing
nature.
about our family.
Royalty. Being fanned by their slave boy.
adopted or are you somebody's mom? Who is your father? Are you about the biggest goof we know?
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. Miss Belair. Hello. Miss Belair. Would you talk to me, Ava, please?
Anybody home?
Hello, Ava. Terry, can we see some kind? There's the wave. There was a Miss Michigan wave right there. There it is, right there. Son Hunter. That is Skylar Rauch. There is my little darling. Hey, show us where the ice is, dear.
What's going on?
It's getting intense as we realize that we're missing 2 forks and 1 spoon.
And a plate.
Will they show up?
I was just around the house and, running around hollering and screaming, and she got fed up with it. She said, "You want to holler?" She said, "Let's go outside." She took me by the arm, pulled me outside the back door, and she said, "Now holler." And I said, "No, I don't want to." And she said, "You holler." She said, "I'm going to spank you." And my gosh, I hollered, and it didn't last very long. The fun wore off real quick. I don't think I bothered her and hollered around her anymore after that.
I'll never forget Mother drive those mountains.
Yeah.
And Dad, well, it's kind of like I am.
Dad was in the passenger seat. He'd get down to where his head was, just top of his head was even with the bottom of the window. So he couldn't look out straight down the mountain. He was so scared of heights. And we were all sitting there laughing. Mom was laughing so hard that we were hoping that she wasn't going to run off the road.
We'll cross the edge.
That's why she had the courage to do any.
Mother was
Yeah.
very, very strong lady in many ways.
She would do devotions if not by herself. I think Dad joined in later life.
Later
Yeah.
life, but he was
But
No, he didn't.
not during our growing years.
He didn't like the family thing.
Right.
Because he didn't want to hear of it. I
And-
remember Mother wanting it so bad.
And he wasn't just always there, like with going to church. I don't think sometimes he would go a lot of times. Mother would always see to
But
it.
our mother really taught us right and wrong, don't you
Right.
think?
Oh, yes.
She was always talking about, now this is the way you do it, and this is the way you want to be treated this way, then you got to act that way.
That's right.
And,
Yeah.
and Dad did too, really.
Right.
They taught us a lot by example in
Right.
a lot of ways.
And Dad stood up, I know
Oh.
one time Vernon Emmons, they didn't have any children. So it was during Halloween time, and he came over and he said to Dad, "I hate to tell you this, but Norman was in on tipping over her toilet last night." And Dad said, "Okay, but I don't think she was, but I'll talk to her about it." And that was one I wasn't in on. So anyway, I think he let him know in some uncertain terms
Oh, yeah.
that he was spreading some bad news.
Dad
They
kind of
said-
told us, he said, if you do something wrong at school,
Yeah.
you're going to have to answer for it. But if you're in the right,
They
it's
would-
different. And I know when I was playing basketball and in the chorus at high school, one time the coach said, "Well, you got to make up your mind whether you're going to sing or you're going to play basketball." And Dad went to the principal and talked to him, and he went to talk to the coach, and he stood up for me, and he told the coach, he said, "Well, if you don't want him here, I'm going to take him to Quincy and let him play basketball in Quincy." And so the coach said, "No," he said, "We'll work it out." And so they worked it out, but would he stand up for us?
Yeah, he was Byron the last time they were at our place. We were just looking at some pictures, and he said, "That's one thing about Grandpa and Grandma. They were always there for us, and that's really stuck." And yeah, they were. They were both always there
They were there for
whatever.
Paul and Terry,
Yeah,
all those
for the
years, so-
grandchildren, they were always.
I know when John took me to Mayo's, Dad said, "Don't let money stand in the way." Here I go.
That's
So,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure.
they were there, whatever it took.
You find out pretty quick how smart your parents are when you leave home.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think my first child, after I had Paul, I really appreciated Mother and Dad.
Amelia, hold on to the handle.
Good luck! Oh, yeah.
dolls and stuff like that.
Marbles.
Yeah, marbles,
Yeah.
just a lot of that kind of stuff, and
And just a lot of visiting
yeah,
with relatives. Maybe they'd always, or generally would call, like John and Francis Burns and them, you know, you're going to be home tonight. They'd come over and they'd maybe play cards, but it was a lot of visiting.
yeah, a lot of visiting with neighbors and relatives and friends, and yeah, you did a lot of that.
Mother and Dad always had a lot of sidewalks, so roller skating was a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Hopscotch, scooter. We had a scooter
Oh,
and
wow.
riding a bicycle.
I used to have friends over on the farm, and we'd go out in the bar and we'd play in the hayloft. We'd build tunnels with the hay and climb around there and play war and all that kind of stuff. But that's not something that they would have done. Did you guys play with dolls and stuff? I don't remember.
And paper dolls.
Yeah.
Paper dolls.
You make
Yeah.
little
Cut 'em out.
suitcases.
But anyway, we cut them out and then had clothes for them. And
And they had these little tabs you could bend around the
Right.
cardboard stuff so they'd stand up and stuff. That was kind of, I forgot all
And
about
out
that.
of
till
grocery
now.
bags, you make little suitcases.
but
Suitcases to put your dolls' clothes in.
Mother was an excellent card player, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Dad was kind of shrewd. in some
Yeah,
ways.
he was too, but anyway,
Yeah.
I think she could kind of get under her skin sometimes, maybe with her plays or whatever. She was
Yeah, she was pretty.
on top of it.
Yeah, she was good.
As years have gone by, we have become a lot closer.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And all kind of gone our separate ways, and then always
back.
look forward to seeing each other when we did get back in the Golden area. Or
I think as we've gotten older, we're realizing more the importance of
Yeah,
family
right.
and those relationships, and we didn't have those when we were young because there was the age difference, and we all had different groups of friends and there are different times in our lives, and as a result, because of that age spread, that we didn't do a lot of things together, other than when it was a whole family doing
Right.
it together. Oh, I think some of the weddings and stuff in Michigan in particular have been awfully fun.
yeah,
Partied pretty hard, and the boating with John and Elaine when they're their boat, and I think George and Norma had a boat. But I think all those times were,
Good
those
times.
times is when the family was all together, whether it was the
Right.
receptions and the weddings and those things and the boating and all that. Those were the fun times, and I just think it was fun to watch the young ones grow up and watch Byron dance at the Michigan, and they put on this exhibition. And,
and like Jerry said, watching the young ones, just like we're watching the little ones now,
Oh, yeah.
the younger ones, it's really enjoyable to see them all play together. And
seeing their personalities develop,
Right.
and their sense of humors, and how hungry some of them can be. And
You just talk about a moment over the years when you felt especially proud of Norma and when you felt especially proud of me.
oh wow, wow. Well, there's been many times I felt proud of them. I felt proud of Norma, what she's been through in her life, and with the two families, and how that meshed all together, and how she's been a solid rock for her and her kids and grandkids. I get a little emotional here.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too. So,
And,
thank you, Jerry.
and Elaine, with her MS. Proud of the way you've handled it. So proud. No complaints.
Right.
You have handled it so very well.
Well, I'm around all the time.
Special lady. Oh, I've always been proud of your dad.
That means she hasn't been proud of you?
I'm taking them one by one. I'm taking them one by one.
One by one, yeah, one by one. She's going from the end.
I'm not leaving you out there. Thank you. But anyway, he has done so well. And his family and with his wife, you know, there's been a lot there with going to New Zealand and there's just been a lot of love and compassion. And we've always enjoyed it when they came to see us. And Elaine, she's just a special lady. I enjoy talking to her just about every day on the phone and one way or the other. And she's fought her battles and made with a shining crown. We have all been blessed.
Yes,
There's
ma'am.
no doubt about it. We've got a lot to be thankful for.
Kurt, there's Eric. And there's Angie. Bring it, Kelly and Matt. And there's Marilyn. There he is. Mine was a hot red hot. What's your Skyler? Oh, Mike Bell there. There they are.
All in all, you know, we've all had good spouses.
Oh, well, it's debatable sometimes. I don't give a shit whose spouse it is, it's debatable. I mean,